Hello, my name is Olga, and today I want to talk to you and want to tell you why I want to become a doctor when I'm already 35. As you may remember, I told that to be a mature student, medical student, it's quite unusual for Ukraine, and a lot of people dream about it, but never enter medical university because it's too hard. A lot of material students must learn amount of information from different subjects, especially on the first, second, third years of education. And people believe that it's really very hard, and people who are not who are 30 already and more, they just cannot memorize all to learn a lot and to overload your own brains. And of course it's very hard, and a lot of people in Ukraine dream and want to be medical student. Not all, of course. They have no courage to enter and to learn. They have no many possibilities. They just will have no time for gain some money for living. And actually it's very hard. Some people have kids, and they just don't have time for such a hard study. And I understand this, but today I want to tell you what encouraged me to enter medical university and to study here. Actually, I am from the family of doctors, and all my life I spent till maybe 16 years I spent in the hospitals. I don't know, I just was there since 3 years old. I spent all time with my father, preferably because his hospital had territory that protected, and it was very beautiful place and park and garden and something like this. And I spent a lot of time there in this park, and I also traveled and had adventures inside the hospital. I used lifts. I like the sound, how they stop, different random, floors, and travel there. For example, the most upper floor, the underground floor. It was very scary, but I understood that then that there was kitchen of this hospital. And I was scared because I heard some strange sounds, and I understood later that it was sounds of of the kitchen. It was quite scary, like from scary movie. And something like this. My best friends was nurses and also some patients who liked to talk to kids. Also, I was when I was 5 maybe or 6, it was before school. It was very interesting for me because my father was a very talented surgeon, and he was a surgeon. And I asked him where all these people, what is happening in the surgery room, what is there. And I asked him a long time to see what it means, what is surgery. And he refused me a long time because he afraid, because I'm 5 or 6 year old child. Of course I can broke something, but actually I was very calm. Maybe not was the reason, but maybe another reason that I could be shocked because of this wound, blood, because it's surgery. If he cut, by the scalpel someone's body, and there is a guts, and there is, organs and blood, and he saw. He thought maybe that I could be very shocked, but anyway, I asked him, and he led me to see the beginning of the surgery. And when he cut the body, and I saw the guts, actually there was no bleeding, there was no blood a lot. It was just pink guts, and they lied inside of someone's, body, and it was not. It was like a emotion of curiosity, to see something interesting. But then the nurse took me away and said it's enough. It was like a common atmosphere for me. It was normal for me to be among doctors, to be among all this thing, medical thing in the hospital. It was like my life, part of my life, and. When I was teenager, I came to hospital after school. It was normal for me actually, but after I finished school, it was hard time for me. I had, like, I don't know, maybe teenager depression or something like this, and when I was 9, my father died, and it was very hard for me. I didn't enter that time medical university. Maybe if I would had such a goal, I would did that. But I don't know. I was very depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my life, because now it's really sounds like something strange for me. Teenagers are strange sometimes. After, when I became adult, when I visited a hospital, that memories, and felt sorry that I'm not inside, I'm not a part of hospital, I'm not in hospital, and then I had such a incident a couple years ago. Stray cat, and once he was injured, and it was far from city, it was in the country, and I had no pets. I didn't get that I should go to veterinary. I just wanted, I don't know why, but I decided to cure him, because maybe because I thought that outside of city, in the country, there is no any hospital for pets, for animals. It was a weekend, long weekend, maybe 4 days or 5, with some holidays, with celebrations, and I understood that he would die for 4 days, because he had injured wound here, and with it was already infected, and really very bad. So I started to cure him myself, and it was like, blow of the mind, and I did it. I had there, by the way, some 2 kinds of antibiotics. I helped him, and he survived. And after this weekend, I brought him to veterinary clinic, and the doctor made him a suture. It was from the chin up to here. It was huge hole, a huge wound because of infection. And when his wound was sutured, and he survived, and he came out on the street after that, and on the fresh air, he was so glad, and I was so, it was such an inspiration that I can cure. I like when someone gets better. when I help someone to survive, I can do that because my life I was in the hospital because of my parents, but I never thought that I should be a doctor. I don't know why. And after that, maybe a few days later, there was like lectures for doctors who wanted to learn how to communicate with different types of patients and something like this. And I should on that had to pretend different types of patients on that event. And I spent 2 days in the hospital, and it was like, like return because I long time ago stopped to attend hospitals because I already grow up. I had my own job, I had my own problems, and there was just a return, and it was combined with that situation with cat. It was mostly at the same time because I felt that I can be a doctor. This feeling just inspired me a lot, and that in combination with being 2 days in the hospital among doctors, it just like blowed my mind again, and I just felt really huge feeling and intention to become a doctor. And actually I understood that I was 31 and 32, and I knew that the system of education and higher education and how to enter medical university, it changed since I was graduated from school. Since I graduated from school, sorry, and I started to read information about this, and I understood that I should pass examinations, and there is a limit, and I should receive quite high score. It wasn't a problem actually, except of chemistry, biology, and Ukrainian language and literature, and chemistry. And so first two subjects I was sure that it's not a problem, and chemistry, for me it was really fear, and I understood that it would be very, very hard, and but I felt really, really a big wish, and I really wanted to enter, and I just understood that I should do it now. And I even do not didn't think about job, about think that how I could combine job and my study. I didn't think about it at all. I just wanted to enter it, and just it, it was just blind but very strong wish without any I understood that maybe I should change my job, I should do something, of course, but that wish was on the first place that time. And so I learned chemistry hard. I learned mostly chemistry, and other subjects like biology I dedicate maybe 3 weeks for learning biology. Actually, it's the end of the story. Now you know when and how I felt that necessity and wish to become a doctor, and it's I believe it's the end of the video, and if you have some comments, please write me. Till next time, bye.